Hi everyone, my name is Ierie, and this is Reminisce with This, where I take a little time out of my day to sit and reminisce with you on all of the different hobbies, interests, and collections I've obtained over the years. As you can see, my collection has quite a lot in it. But for me, these items that are behind me, in front of me, on the sides of me, are not necessarily just because I'm interested in them. And that's why I continue to collect them. Rather, the memories that are intertwined with them that keep these hobbies alive for me. There are so many wonderful memories that I have built over the years with people and certain places. It's why these hobbies still continue to live on for me. It's why I enjoy the things that I collect so dearly. It's not just a point for me to collect just to collect, but a point to collect to remember. Remember all of the good times, the sad times, and the bad times. Because throughout all of those journeys, I was able to cultivate some really amazing moments while collecting the things that I have here today. I try to change the narrative, if you will, and focus on maybe the good times. I may have missed a little small moment that is something I can really reflect on, or the bad times or the so-so times that I may have not seen anything good in those moments, but I can try and find a little bit more positivity in them today. As I get into today's video, we'll talk about a few different things, primarily something that was recent, and it kind of pertains to the outfit I'm wearing today. But for the most part, my stuff, I try to be as lighthearted and positive as possible. As the world honestly already has so much negativity in it, it's kind of easy to sway yourself into those types of mentalities where you don't always necessarily enjoy the present or the past memories as much as you would like to. A lot of the times we're so focused on the present based off of the future experiences or things that we're worrying about in the future that we really don't get to enjoy the simplicities that are in our moments of present. So with that, we'll dive into it. It is Trading Card Tuesday, so I got a few things here. Now, I want to start by saying, you probably don't yet because I am in the process of uploading the video currently. But as I stated in the video for Mystery Moment Monday, I said that I was going to upload the video when I woke up. Well, I woke up, a few hours ago. Okay? Now, here's the thing. I woke up a few hours ago thinking that it was still Monday, and I was like, oh, okay, great. I really didn't get that much sleep again. And, I'm just, like, well, it's going to be another long day. But then I really look at my phone and the clock and then the date. And then I noticed that not only did I sleep all of Monday away, but it's now Tuesday, where I was clearly so tired in my video for yesterday that I even forgot to mention a few different things. For instance, I would like to start by saying yesterday was my aunt's birthday, so I do want to wish her a happy birthday here, as she does watch my videos quite frequently. Now, of course, like I said, me being super exhausted yesterday, it kind of slipped my mind, but I did shoot her a text message just to make sure that she was thought of and to be remembered. I was so tired in my video yesterday that I forgot to end my video how I always do. You could definitely tell that I was exhausted, and the fact that I slept well over 18 hours, it definitely showed that I needed the sleep. It's very important to take care of yourself when it's needed. So I hope you can forgive the fact that I did forget to post this video for yesterday until today. So, there's that. Secondly, probably because you probably won't have seen that video, probably until maybe you see this video, but I only have 2 packs of Pokemon cards to open today. Now, that is kind of my fault. Well, not kind of, it is my fault. I had quite the long week as I was struggling to get a lot of sleep, actually. And with doing that, I would wake up and or come home from work and, have my little crash outs. If I'm waking up after only a couple hours of sleep, then I would be, like, well, I might as well start my day. So by starting my day, I'm gonna open a few packs of Pokemon cards, and a couple went into a few more than a couple, and I went from 36 packs to 2 remaining. And so that's what I have to open today. Now, I am very hopeful that I will get more packs before Tuesday next week, but if I don't, I'll figure something out for this foreseeable Trading Card Tuesday. But I do have all of the hits that I had opened from this week. There's quite a few of them. And I actually ran out of top loaders because of how many hits that I did get. So before I get into it, I want to say thank you for being patient, and the fact that I did forget yesterday's video along with, Silver Lining Sunday. I hope you can forgive the fact that I've just been overly exhausted and this past week was a lot. But as we get into this new week, I am fully rested, so hopefully it won't be as chaotic as I stated. I did sleep roughly around 18 hours, which is a lot, but it was needed. Because like I said, I woke up today and I was like, oh, all right, it's Tuesday. Well, there goes one of my days off, so let me go ahead and make the most of today. So, thank you for letting me ramble on here, but as we get into it, like I said, I have 2 packs of Pokemon cards here. I have Chaos Rising. Now, that was the booster display box that I had gotten, the 36 packs, and I went through quite a bit of them, like I said, so I have 2 remaining out of that 36, but I'm excited to open the last 2 with you guys. Now, like I said, I have quite a few hits here, so we'll do those towards the end, just as that's going to be, I feel like, the more fun part, rather than just opening the packs here. As I think that because I had opened so many packs, I got quite a bit of the hits there. Now, what I wanted to talk about is, have you ever been to a concert and, like, after you went to that concert, you kind of like see that specific artist touring around, and then like one of their like surprise guests they bring on ends up being like one of your favorite bands, and then you get mad FOMO and you're like, well, damn, I wish you would have brought them out during the concert that you had here. Well, that happened like big time this past week. I was, searching the social media, and lo and behold, I had gone to see Hilary Duff with my good friend Megan, and as you guys know, as I've talked about, and I see that she, that she brought out one of my favorite bands of all time at Madison Square Garden, where, I was like gobsmacked, first of all, that she brought them out on stage, but also the fact that I wish she would have brought them out here. Because Good Charlotte is by far one of my all-time favorite bands that I was so FOMOing, like I was mad, I had mad FOMO, you guys, like mad FOMO, like that is like my top, like favorite band of all time, that like their albums next to a couple others, like really have a special place in my life and in my heart. And let me tell you, I was so bitter. All right, so now I'm gonna get into, of course, all of the hits that I got, but I was so bitter about it. Like, I was talking to my friend Megan about it, and I was like, ain't no way. This is some bogusness. I would have preferred seeing them than even if it was just for one song, I would have preferred seeing them than the artists that were the openers. Now, we did miss the opener acts anyways, simply because the lines for food we got, like, we waited for an hour to get food, honestly, before Hillary came on. So, that kind of is what sucked. But let me tell you, I would have loved to have seen Good Charlotte with Hillary Duff and them perform the anthem together. Like, that's my whole childhood. So, there's that. Also, those were, of course, all of the little minuscule hits. Now, I ran out of top loaders, so I didn't get to put all of the EXs, as I do want to start putting all my EXs in top loaders. But a lot of these here were like the reverse hollow, the hollows. So I'm kind of close to master setting all of Chaos Rising. I think I'm using the Rare Candy app, and it helps you like complete the sets and stuff like that. So I have the Perfect Order, Pitch Black, and Chaos Rising, as those are the ones that I've been opening. And I think I'm at like 72% done or 75% done of Chaos Rising. I'm at either 72 or 75 for Pitch Black. It's one of those two. And then I'm at like 60 something for Perfect Order. So, I'm getting close. Now, I'm not sure how close I will get. As you get close to the end, those search cards tend to get a little bit harder. But I got a lot of the big hits, at least for me, during this Chaos Rising. Now, we're going to go ahead and get into it. I got the Greninja EX. I got the full art Xerneas. I got the full art Frogadier. I've got the full art, this is the Gorgeist. I think that's how you say it. Full art Tauros. Full art Ampharos. Full art Greninja EX. Now, I would be lying if I said those were it and that was the biggest hit. I would be lying if I was not completely and utterly shocked by when I got this. I would be lying if I said I wasn't and that I didn't like have a full-on like meltdown because I got another big hit when I wasn't recording, because I did not want to be on camera, because I was super exhausted and I looked exhausted, I felt exhausted. But of course, I opened a pack that had a super big hit, and I was irritated, to say the least, because the biggest hit that I got from this set of Chaos Rising is one of the most sought after cards in the set. Now, you would think it would be the gold card, considerably seeing how hard it is to get the gold cards in these sets, but truth be told, that is not the main search card, which is kind of ironic for me, considering how I have gotten the 2 gold cards from the last ETBs, so of Perfect Order and of course Prismatic Evolutions. Now, I didn't get a gold card from Pitch Black, but that is to be announced later on if I do get it. Like, I'm honestly looking for more of that Morpeko full art, that kind of grungy, like emo-esque Morpeko, because I already have the 2 others. But the one I got from Chaos Rising was the main search of Mega Greninja EX. Let me tell you, okay? When I pulled that card, I was like, there ain't no way. There ain't no freaking way. Because that is the second time now that I've pulled a card that was a big card to pull when I wasn't filming. The last one was the gold Mega Zengrade or Zengrade. I don't know how to say it. But the gold card from Pitch Perfect Order, not... I'm over here thinking of Pitch Perfect because I'm now trying to put the two together, Pitch Black and Perfect Order. But I pulled that. Thankfully, I did pull it with some friends, so at least that experience wasn't, lost in the mix. But I'm like, no matter what I look like or whatever the hell, I just need to get on camera and film these videos because quite frankly, my luck, now let me tell you, I do not have the best gambling luck. I am the worst gambler that you could probably ever take with you to a casino or to ask to buy scratchers or anything. I do not have that kind of luck. Now, where I do have luck is finding figures that might be the last one at the stores or when they first put them out on the shelves. Like, to me, that's kind of luck. But also trading card luck. I just so happen to pull some really big hits when I'm diving back into the collecting aspect, where most people are like, I've been searching for that card or this card for such a long time, that I was able to pull it pretty much right off the bat. The last 3 big hits, to me, that's diabolical, but that's the kind of luck I have. And I would not trade that kind of luck for anything, honestly. Now, it would be nice to be able to hit like the lottery of sorts so I could continue up this hobby without any worry. But I'll make it work. I'll make it work because this is awesome. I love the fact that I was able to have these experiences, even for if it's just myself, as I really just need to stop crashing out and have a moment where I just sit in the camera and open these packs, because it's unbelievable for me. I'm definitely not going out in the wild to buy these cards, as some of these cards are ridiculously priced singularly, and I'm not made of money. Now, it may look like it with my collections and stuff, but by no means am I made of money. I do not have a lot of extra funds here and there, so when I do buy something from collections or stuff like that, it is a lot of the times money saved up to purchase said figures, and or a little bit of extra cash on the whim that I have. By no means am I just willy-nilly over here. I wait till a lot of sales go on toy stores or websites like Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth, and when those sales hit, that's when I honestly stock up on a lot of figures. So I really don't have the extra funds to just constantly go out and buy things. So by no means did I go to any trading card stores to purchase this, because there is no way that I was going to spend the couple $100 that it is to get the Mega Greninja EX, as he's not one of my favorite Pokemon. And the fact that I pulled all 3 of the Greninja EXs, the only one that I didn't pull was the gold card, but the fact that I still pulled all 3 of them, I was beside myself. And plus all of the full arts as well. You know what? There's no way that I went out and bought them. So if you're thinking that I went out and bought them, I'm telling you right now, my bank account says, nope. Okay? There's just no way. So that's the kind of luck that I have, and I am just shooketh. So I am excited to see what I will be pulling in the future. I have some, I want to say that I have some perfect order packs on the way. I bought another display box. a little while ago, and I'm just waiting for it to arrive. So it'll be interesting to see what I get from there. But for what it's worth, I'm quite close to being, at least somewhat finished with both of the, I should say all three of the collection sets. Now, it's going to probably run me a little bit into the ground and a little bit crazy because the dupes that I have in Dupe City is ridiculous. I'm running out of room to put dupes. I'm going to have like multiple binders just for dupes and stuff like that because, that's just what I'm going to end up doing. I am thinking of, creating little like packs and stuff like that, and or just binders of cards to maybe send out to people as time goes on, kind of cultivate just little fun moments and stuff like that, depending on what I get over the time, as I really don't need a lot of the duplicates. I don't really need to sit on all of those types of things. Maybe I'll create a trade binder or something like that as time goes on, because I would love to start going to card shows and getting back into that kind of environment after not being able to go or not going since I was a kid. So that would be a lot of fun to kind of put one of those together. So I'm kind of thinking about that. But for right now, I'm just going to enjoy collecting and not really worrying about what I am going to be collecting and or like if there's any kind of profit or anything like that, because that's not why I'm doing this. I'm not collecting these cards to gain a profit. I'm not collecting these cards to sell them. I'm collecting them for my personal collection. And so that way I have something to enjoy for many years to come. I don't necessarily know how long Pokemon's going to be going on. I mean, it's been going on for 30 years. But at any point in time, they could decide that it's no more. And I rather collect now than have FOMO later on. So with that, I'm going to enjoy my collection. And maybe one day I'll be able to pass it down to, if not my own kids, my nieces. And or whatever, children that come from my siblings or my friends or whatever may it be. If I could share a little bit of my favorite type of moments with these family members or future kids, then I would really love that. I would love to be able to pass the type of stuff down. But by no means am I trying to make a profit, and that is not what I am gearing towards when I collect these cards. There's no motive to have that kind of intention, as again, this is for my personal collection. So with that being said, thank you for reminiscing with me today. Thank you for hearing me ramble on for the last 20-something minutes. And I just want you to know that I really appreciate you taking the time and being patient with me as I navigate through this journey and work through the hiccups that I maneuver through as I sleep too much or I sleep too little. With that being said, again, thank you for reminiscing with me today. Thank you for hearing about all of my ramblings. But most importantly, I appreciate you for just being present for a few moments. With that being said, though, I just want to end this video by saying something that I forgot about yesterday is, if you have not been told today that you are loved, cherished, and or cared about, just know that I love you, I cherish you, and I care about you. Until tomorrow, I will catch you on the next one. Peace.